So fall is almost here. So that means colder weather and beanies, my favorite, and just doing all kind of things to protect our hair, keeping our hair in protective styles so that it doesn't break from the cold ash weather. So I came up with this idea. I love wearing my beanies, and as you can see, I'm wearing a black one right now. And I love this almost like a coral color one. And what I usually do is when I'm wearing my beanie, I always take my satin cap and put it on first, and then I put my beanie, right on top of it. And I'm walking around, and sometimes my beanie kind of slips and my satin cap shows, and that's a little bit quite embarrassing. So I decided to come up with an idea of something to do to fix that problem. So what I decided to do, and I've seen this in stores where they have satin lining, and I can buy that, that's no problem. But I wanted to see something I could do by myself. So what I did was I decided to find a way to attach the beanie and the satin cap together so that it would not slip, and it will look something like this on the outside, and on the inside it will look something like this. So I did not want to sew because I'm not a big fan of sewing. The only thing I sew buttons or a small rib, but I don't like sewing. This would be a big project for me, so there's no way you're gonna see me sewing this. So what you can do, what I decided to do was get a fabric glue. I found this at Walmart. It's called Allen's Fabric Fusion. And I decided to try it, first of all, before I try it with you guys, on my hat. So I have this hat, and this hat came without any lining or anything whatsoever. And as you can see, I've put my lining in there. And as you can see, all this is not sewn. This is a close-up of it. It's not sewn. It's glued, and it's fabric glue. Now, this fabric glue. This fabric glue, it says here, once you put the product, once you glue the hat and the satin cap or whatever thing you want to glue together, once you put that in there, you have to wait at least 2 to 4 hours for it to dry. If you don't, then it's going to start slipping off. And the good thing about this is also that it is washable after 48 hours. So after 48 hours, you can wash it and wash it on the gentle cycle and also dry it in low temp dryer. And you can also dry clean it. So, okay, let's get started. What you're going to need is you're going to need, of course, your satin cap. You're going to need your beanie, and you're going to need a couple of pins, okay? And also you're going to need your Allen Fabric Fusion. You can use any other fabric glue, but this is the one that I use, so I highly recommend it. The first thing that you do is you take your knitted hat, your beanie, you turn it inside out, and then you take your satin cap. Right now it's turned inside out. What you want is you want the inside out section to match up with the inside out section of this. So you see, this is the elastic area, and this is the inside out of the beanie, and you want to match it up about ½ an inch. So right at the base over here, I'm matching this up right here, and I'm taking my pins. This is one of my pins, as you can see. Let me see my pins, and I'm taking my pins and I'm attaching it onto my beanie, and I'm going to do that all around the base of the beanie. I'm touching it, The center part, so that you don't get this effect where it's coming apart right there, I take the center part right here and I push it down like that. And then I make sure I take my pin and I attach it right in the center so that it's secure. So as you can see, it almost looks ready to wear. So the next step is to take my glue, my Allen Fabric Fusion glue, and I'm going to start working from the center. Keep the pin in there, okay? Don't try to take it out. And you might want to try using a longer pin for the center. Here I use a shorter pin. So I'm going to use a longer pin and see how much longer this is versus if I used a way shorter pin like this, you see? So use a longer pin to secure the center. Okay, so you take your glue and you find an opening in here, hold in the center, find an opening in here, and kind of push it out so that you can glue. Okay, this is the easiest way I found it. So right here is my center, and I'm pushing this out so that I can target it. Because what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna put my glue right in the center to hold that down. So I'm getting it. You can see my center right there. And I'm going to put my glue right at the center. You see the glue? Right at the center. I'm putting my glue. And what I'm going to do is carefully, I'm going to push the center together. Hold it down for some time. Okay. And what you can do again is you can take another long pin, and kind of secure it. Okay. So you kind of have almost like a cross in the center. Now, once that is been held down for a while, okay, the next thing to do is start gluing the perimeter. Okay, and you start gluing the perimeter. So I'm going to apply the glue to the base, and you can see me applying it a thin line, and glue the elastic portion of the beanie to the base. So I'm going to hold it down. Okay, and then I'm going to do it again and kind of work my way around the perimeter. Hold it down. Okay. Hold it down. After 2 to 4 hours, about give it like 3.5 hours or so, then you'll be ready to take out the pins and I'll show you the final result. Thanks. So it's been about 2 hours now and I have glued and set my hat. So as you can see, the lining is well secured. So you see, nothing is falling off. Okay. You can see everything is secure, even in the middle. The middle is also well secured. So what we need to do is, I'm just going to show you,